Zero. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Today is Thursday, December the 23rd in Reno, Nevada, and it is raining. So it's a little dark and snowing. But my guest today has been a good friend for a long time since I have attended his Afro-Latin Egypt Festival. I met this friend in Hawaii when I was organizing Hawaii Bachata Festival, I believe in 2012 or 2011, either of those dates. So I met him with her friend Rasha, Masha or Rasha actually. But my connection with him is with his former partner Muhammad, who I've met in Lithuania, Bachata Festival, where I helped organize. And so I met Amar there, and we became friends ever since. He taught at my festival several times, particularly Kizomba. He loves that dance, and I haven't seen him in a long time. Great thing. We have technology here, and we could hang out with each other right here. Please welcome Amr Kasseb.
Hi, Rodney.
How
It's
are
good to
you,
see
sir?
you after many years.
It's been many years, and
Yeah, I guess 10 years maybe.
maybe, man. Last
Yeah,
time, last time you came here, I think you came to San Francisco, and you gave me a Turkish coffee gift, which
yeah,
that is one
yeah.
thing. Ladies and gentlemen, of all of the countries and cities I visited to teach bachata, I've traveled to I've taught at least to over 300 cities in the world, and one of my favorite was Cairo, with its first Afro-Latin Egypt. It's either first or second. I think it was first, and I have a lot of impression and misconceptions about the Middle East, and I've never been to Egypt. And you always listen to the media and all of this crap, right? Once you get there, you would meet the most friendliest and most hospitable people ever. You don't even know them. They're both strangers, but you I had one commonality with them, and that is we love salsa, bachata, and kizomba. We love to dance, and this folks, this Egyptian friends, they took me everywhere to the market, everywhere, man, and I even have one of them bought the Holy Quran, which my girlfriend at the time requested, and I was giving them money, and they said, Rodney, all we ask is that you respect the Holy Quran, and we'll give it to you for free. I was like, sold, man, I'll do it, and that was my very experience, but. That was one of the best times I've ever taught at a festival. Not to mention, I believe I won. No, I didn't win the Masters Jack and Jill. I think I was second place in the Masters Jack and
Yeah,
Jill. But I think I beat my partner or something. I don't know. I forgot already. But Amar, man, it's been a long time. 10 years, right?
yeah, 10 years. Last time was 2014 in San
Yeah.
Francisco. Yeah,
Now, not many of you. He is the organizer of Afro Latin Egypt. That is still the title of the event. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's
Actually,
been
we changed it a bit to be Afro-Latin Dance Holidays.
Afro Latin holidays, and you're on your ninth year anniversary. Yeah.
The next year shall be 10th.
10th. How
Yeah.
is that going? How was it? How was it this year?
This year was actually the main change in the concept. Before we used to do it like a normal festival,
Yeah,
workshops, then parties. Then I started to change the concept, make something new. So I started to reduce workshops gradually till this year, we started to do the whole festival without any workshops.
I
It's
see.
only pure parties, travel between four cities, Cairo, Hurghada, Luxor, Nubia. So we're trying to give people like a unique dance experience because usually people when they travel, they just go like 2 or 3 days, they dance in the ballroom, they don't see anything.
Yeah,
But if I give them like in 10 days that they can see a whole country or a big part of the country while dancing and have fun. So this is the main thing.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that concept because I'm organizing three festivals next year, and one is in San Francisco, one is in Honolulu, Hawaii, and the other one is Las Vegas, and they're on the very central. It's a very centralized, spots. It's on the strip, and you're right. Most of the congresses now are held at the airport and held only there for 3 days. They go in and out, fly in and out. For
yeah,
me, to go to a city like Cairo, to go to a city like Las Vegas or Hawaii, you're crazy if you're just staying there for 3 days.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually,
So
Hawaii was one of my child dreams. Yeah,
I remember, did you skydive there?
yes. Whenever I come to, I skydive in San Francisco. So whenever I come, I have to go skydiving. Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's not one of my bucket lists. I don't ever want to fly like that, man. It's like, do you get scared when
maybe
you
I'll
do
try to
that?
change this next time I see you.
No.
Hopefully in April, maybe you
Yeah.
can, maybe you can
That's.
take it to try skydive.
But how did you learn that? Did you learn this in your military training?
Yes, yeah. As
I
you know, I was an army officer,
Yeah.
and this was main part of my job. So I used to skydive a lot.
What's when I went to Cairo and social dancing, uh, very very nice dancers. They dance with everyone. How is the social going? Has the community of dancers grew in the country?
Yes, since you were there, I can tell you that it's now at least double the number of dancers, and more people are open now to learn dance, not like before.
Yeah.
And because due to the culture, some people will think like dance is not uh, a good thing, okay? Because normally dance will be related to maybe like only discotheques and this stuff, and you know what could happen there.
Yeah.
But when they start to see it as an art and it's spreading now a lot, so it's completely different.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys are flying from San Francisco, it's a long flight, man. It's
Yeah,
probably, I think it was like 16 hours or 30
yeah.
hours or something, but it was worth it. Like I said, it was one of the best trip I've ever had. And so, Amar, what's the situation like in Egypt, particularly the pandemic? How are you guys coping along? Are you guys in a lockdown, or you guys get vaccinated, or what?
Um, First, we're getting vaccinated, and we don't have lockdown. Maybe we have like some restrictions,
Okay,
but it's not bad like other countries. Apparently, there's some study that says that some African regions and Asian regions, they have like something in the genes that don't promote the corona, blah blah blah. So
that's very
apparently we
interesting. I
haven't
like that.
we don't have this gene, and things here are really fine.
So I
We having
guess I
parties
guess
every day.
this is why you never closed down the festival. You had a festival this year, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
That's really good, man. I mean, that's a particular gene. Okay, well, now you guys, the pandemic is here to stay. So if you guys want to get married in Egypt and marry an Egyptian, that's probably good to have that gene.
Some gene. Yeah.
But how's your Kizomba doing? Have you been teaching Kizomba, and have you been traveling to dance Kizomba or teach Kizomba somewhere?
Of course, traveling is not like before, but like maybe like last year, I was able only to travel to teach once because this was the available festival. It was in Istanbul festival,
Yeah, it's in
and
Turkey, right?
yeah, Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was teaching Kizomba Samba, and even I did like a Zouk workshop as well.
yeah.
But of course, my main is Kizomba and Samba.
Okay.
Uh, but of course, due to the pandemic, nothing is going well.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in Europe,
Yeah.
many
Um,
many things got cancelled.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, so with your festival, it's a 10-day festival where you guys go everywhere, including Orgada. Ladies and gentlemen, Orgada is like Hawaii version. It's the Red Sea, you know, on Egypt. So now, how much does it cost for them to buy a full pass for those 10 days?
For the 10 days, if they'll be staying like in a double room, the whole cost will be around $480, I think, 500. This
That's not
includes
that's not
accommodation
bad
for
for
the
like
whole.
that's not bad for
Yeah,
like 10 days, right?
yeah, 10 days, including full pass and tours. And the hotels, even like, the hotel in Cairo and Hurghada, 5 stars. In Cairo, it's half board, so we're getting like breakfast and dinner. And in
Wow.
Hurghada, it's all inclusive. So, like,
Yeah.
all 3 meals, drinks, and snacks all days.
Man,
And
that's great.
yeah, yeah,
And
I'm doing
and
like a
and
crazy package.
and you guys provide transportation wherever you guys go tour, right?
Of course, yeah, yeah.
That's 400, $500. It's a best deal, especially when you're touring, and then of course social dancing at the same time. But that's great, man. So the dancing part, how many days is that when it comes to workshops?
Starting this year, we start to uh, eliminate all the workshops, but we have in place parties. For example, like the first day, we have like a pool party for the whole day.
I
Okay.
see.
Then a night party. The next day, we have uh, two-in-one parties. It's a garden party, and at the same time, a massive foam party. It's
That's
like
great,
really
man.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And at
and then
night,
you invite a lot of European artists too, right?
yeah, yeah. Usually we
We
have like some artists as guest of honors, so people can have the chance to dance with them. And uh, it's really, uh, from the feedback of the people, this is going much more well than the normal festival that we used to do before, like workshops without or only workshops with parties. So this
Wow.
year we have like the best feedback. And also still in Cairo, after this phone party and this stuff, we moved to the dance cruise where we have like a whole day and night on a dance cruise where
So
people
that's
can
like
dance.
the whole 24 hours for dance cruise, right?
Yeah, it's a big dance cruise with a pool, so people can enjoy the pool and dance and the sun the whole day. Then we moved to Hurghada.
When do you do the festival? And when you do the festival, is the weather okay? I mean, I don't know what do you have several seasons in Egypt when it comes to weather?
Yeah, of course. And I choose the 1st of October because October usually will be the best weather in Egypt all over Egypt, like in different cities. So normally this is the best weather where you
That's
can enjoy
that's in
the sun.
October. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nice. Okay, now, um, ladies and gentlemen, I actually want uh, Amar in Hawaii. Hopefully, he makes it in April. We're trying to work that out.
I hope so.
If he does make it, then we'll have a Zouk Kizomba room. Uh, we'll make that extra because it's a 4 days. It's a 4 days, 5 nights type of event anyway, and of course, you're not just I found that I stayed about 3 weeks in Hawaii. I found that whenever you go on vacation like that, that includes dancing, of course. I think 3 weeks is too much. You get bored. I think 2 weeks is just right. 10 days is just right for a good vacation. After that, you get bored because for me, Hawaii, the Oahu Island is so small. It's the biggest island in Hawaii. I give you that, but it's small that you could tour it for like 3 days or so. I drove all over Oahu, dude. But I didn't hike. That's one of the things that I would like to do. Probably hike with. I know Magna Gopal is a hiker, and so we're probably gonna hike there somewhere.
She loves adventure. I can tell you. She was on my festival before,
Yeah,
and she really loves adventure so much. Yeah.
she is an adventurous person. I can't keep up sometimes.
Uh,
And by the way, she's a strong woman. I wrestled with her one time.
Really?
Very strong woman, man. And now I see it because she works out, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But she'll be in Hawaii also. Um,
Great.
what's the plan? When are you gonna do the festival next year?
Um, I'm planning, uh, you know, to first I need to change some things, okay, concerning the people who work on the festival. I need to have like bigger crew, okay, and because working like on a festival like 10 days,
Yeah,
you know how hard it is.
yeah.
So yeah, to do this with like a small team, it's not easy anymore. So and due to like some health complications for myself, I'm forced to like hire more people, okay, and give them more tasks, and then I just monitor from like a distance.
Yeah.
So yeah, so hopefully I'll be getting this good team to do this again.
By the way, increase your volume a little bit. You're like fading.
Okay.
Increase your volume. Yeah. All right. So now, Amar, how did you start dancing? Because culturally in Egypt, I'm sure you guys have all your own dance, you have your own culture. But when it comes to Latin dancing, how does a person in Egypt get attracted to a Latin dance like that?
In my case, it was just an invitation from a friend who told me, "Why don't you try it and to dance salsa? And you can come with me and blah blah blah." At that time, I was an officer at the army, okay,
Yeah.
and of course, I just didn't want to embarrass her, or so I just thought, okay, I'll just go once to be nice, and it will be like maybe 2 3 hours, and it's done. Once I went with her, I couldn't stop. I started playing salsa, ballroom, other tango, and started, and I never stopped since that time.
Yeah.
So usually in Egypt, you'll be invited by some friend, okay, more than just searching for this dance.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, now, how many years have you been dancing the Latin dance now?
I believe 14 or 15.
Yeah, and you dance salsa, you dance bachata, you dance
I
kizomba, you
dance
dance
everything.
zouk,
I dance really everything.
everything pretty much. Huh?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a great thing. That's that's one of the great thing when Amar comes to my festivals that he goes to all of the social rooms and dance with everyone, which is a great
exactly.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I noticed that when you did you learn Kizomba first or you learn Semba first? Semba is like the base of Kizomba, right? The
Of,
traditional part, right?
of course, yes. Of course, samba is like the mother of kizomba. But when I learned kizomba, it was the first. And actually, there's some story for this concerning the festival, the
Yeah,
first festival when you came. Before we decided to do the festival, I was already dancing tango, and I finished like very advanced courses in tango.
yeah,
Okay, and I guess in 2009 we started to know about kizomba, and I checked some videos at the beginning,
yeah,
and I found that it's for me it will be really easy as a tango dancer to do kizomba. And I tried to start to dance without even getting class at the beginning
yeah.
till we get remember Bachata Souls, the twinning couple?
Yes, from Lithuania.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They did like the first workshop for kizomba. Then we decided to do the festival.
you're
So
right.
this like was like having like tango in background. This was like a big boost for me to
Yeah,
start with kizomba.
yeah, because
So
there's a lot of similarities when it comes to follow and lead on tango and
yeah,
kizomba. Yeah, and the first instructors you guys invited, I forgot his name, the bald guy,
Gwenda, Gwenda
Quinda
Lima.
Lima. Quinda Lima. That
Yeah,
was that was the very first time I ever taken kizomba workshop.
yeah,
I think he was doing kaizen. I think I left before everyone
yes,
cried. But uh, it's really interesting because that was my introduction when it comes to workshop. Uh, I thought I was already dancing kizomba because when I was traveling to Europe, they dance it a lot, and I was really dancing bachata. I wasn't dancing kizomba until I've taken Quinda Lima's workshop. But that's when I met him, uh, and so now what's going on with your plans for the next year? Are you going to be traveling unless you get a visa for Hawaii? That's great, but are you going to be traveling in other countries?
So far, the confirmed will be Turkey. This is already confirmed, and maybe there will be like one or two more festivals in Europe. And it's a matter of the pandemic. We're just not sure how things will go.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, because things started to like go to the worst. So I hope that things will be better and we'll be able to go and teach.
Oh man.
Otherwise, we'll be dancing and having fun in Egypt.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the few countries and cities that host Latin dancing or festivals that there's not doesn't have that much restriction. How are you guys doing on mask? Is it required or optional?
In parties, it's optional, okay,
Hmm, okay,
but in, in all governmental or official places, you have to wear a mask.
I see. I see.
Public
Yeah,
transportation, all this, you have to wear a mask.
I see.
Also, there are some limitations for the parties, like the number of people or attendees to attend in some place.
Yeah,
But generally, we have parties every day.
I see.
You could find like maybe at least one or two parties on daily basis.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Um, now the aside from doing high diving or skydiving, you want to call it, what else do you do for fun, man? Besides dancing, also. I mean, what else do you do whenever you go vacation? Like I know when you were in San Francisco, after you do your workshop, you go out, and I wouldn't know where you go until I see it in Facebook. The pictures that you, it's like, oh, this guy's been all over the place, man. I mean, what else do you do? You just do you like to? You're an adventurer yourself, yeah?
yeah, of course. Yeah, I love adventure more than you can imagine. Actually, in San Francisco, I tried to find all the iconic places, okay, and I tried to go there.
Yeah.
Uh, I even remember, there was Hendrick Point, near
Hunting for yeah,
Golden Gate
yeah,
Bridge.
yeah.
I wanted to reach this point, okay. So I remember on that day, uh, I rented a bike, okay, and I went there and I started to take photos for like 20 minutes photos just to get like the perfect photo that I need for my profile and this stuff.
Yeah,
And I went many other places, but generally the things that I really love would be adventure. So
adventure.
for me,
Do you go inside? Do you go deep in the water also? Take pictures and all of that stuff?
yes, I do also scuba diving,
Oh wow.
but of course I do this here in Egypt more. We have here the Red Sea. It's amazing,
I mean, when you go
and
to
it's not
Hawaii,
cold.
I'm sure when you go to Hawaii, that's one of your plans. Don't you have to have a certificate or a license to do that or something or
Yes,
what?
yes,
Okay.
yes. I already have a license, and I hope I can do this in Hawaii, but not in San Francisco. San Francisco is cold.
Yeah, I can't do that in Hawaii. The one thing that I would like to do in Hawaii that I haven't done is riding in a helicopter and go to the volcanoes and all of that stuff. I have
Take me
not
with
done
you.
that yet. Yeah.
I
I,
would do this as well. Yeah.
for me, and I'm scared of water. I have trauma when it comes to water. It's very interesting because whenever I organize festival, it's all about pool party, and then there is the beach, But I'd like to be around water, but I don't like to be on water.
But
Does that make
outside.
sense? I guess because when I was a kid, I almost drowned. No, I went to ride on a boat, and that boat flipped, and I was trapped for many minutes there.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, ever since that time, I had that phobia about water, and then I was invited to, I believe it was Aventura cruise, or it was one of those dance cruise that I got invited, And then the last day when we're about to dock, it was storming. So the boat was like this, and I never went cruising again. Forget it, man. But I guess
Yeah,
it's a
I can
skill
imagine.
that you
Yeah,
need to get used to, right?
yeah. Normally, things when it happens when you're a child, it sticks for a long time. I know. Yeah, but maybe we can help you to fix this. Maybe
I mean, you were trained in military. How long can you stay in water without oxygen?
for myself, I can tell you maybe like 2.5 minutes. That's
Oh,
for
okay.
myself.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but this is like not a training. Maybe there are because it wasn't my core. I wasn't Navy. Okay,
yeah.
but maybe in the Navy there will be like more.
Oh, I
So
bet.
this like was the normal for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty much. Now, the old friends that we had at the very first festival, are they still dancing? Like Mohammed and I think Karim Chata is still dancing, right? And all of this.
Yeah,
Rasa, I
yeah.
don't think Rasa is dancing anymore.
Uh, Russia. She is. I guess she's back to San Francisco.
Yeah,
So and sometimes she's in San Francisco. Sometimes she's in Egypt. Okay. So sometimes she passes by to the parties and this stuff. Mohammed already traveled. He's not in Egypt anymore.
yeah.
But it's life.
Yeah,
Normally,
that's the
when
way it
people
is.
get
Yeah.
busy, they get married. Yeah,
Now, in all of your years of dancing, what are the most fun festival that you've been to, whether it's in Europe, United States, or the Middle East, or even Asia, if you've been
I would like to tell you that it's Hawaii, Bachata Festival.
there?
you know, because this was really a dream. You know,
What's the
so
difference between Honolulu, Hawaii? What's the difference between Honolulu, Hawaii, and Hurghada?
okay. First of all, in Hawaii, the the streets, the design of the whole city has like its own taste and own style, its own vibe. Okay,
Yes, yes,
so not only the beach. Okay, so that's what I love about Hawaii. The whole city. Even when people on the streets, when you see how they're wearing, so you feel like you're in a different place. Okay, so this is like
it's like the vibe, it's the feel, uh,
yeah,
and even the smell of the air and everything. It's the it has a certain energy for some reason, and most of the people ask me, oh, I'm going to this resort. It's gonna be in the Philippines. Oh, it's gonna be in Dominican Republic and everything. It's like if you've never been to Hawaii, man, you gotta go because they might have beaches there in the countries you mentioned, but when you go to Hawaii, not only they have beaches, it has a different vibe, and that
yes,
vibe is addicting, man. You
yes,
never want it to
yes.
leave.
I didn't want. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah,
it's one of those things. So when you make it there, we'll drive all over Oahu. I don't think you probably had a chance to do that. It
and
takes at
also
least a whole day,
we
nonstop.
shall do the helicopter thing.
Yeah, we should do the look at the
Yeah,
thing because I've never been in, but I heard that's worth it. Uh,
yeah. I just hope that it won't erupt while flying.
well,
The
we'll see.
volcano for this way.
We'll see, man. But if you're there, try to stay there for 10 days. Hawaii is in need of more Kizomba lessons, Kizomba classes,
I
uh,
see.
because the Hawaiians is not just gonna learn Kizomba in one weekend, you know.
Of
Uh,
course, yeah.
yeah, so it's gonna take intense training for at least probably a few weeks, and then after that, hopefully the community will grow in Hawaii when it comes to Kizomba. Because yeah, from what I saw, there's not much Kizomba social there, or it doesn't even exist. When I did Kizomba workshops there, it was good, but then they've forgotten it. That was probably 3 years ago, before pandemic. They have
Yeah.
Zouk, community, but I think
Yeah,
in a good day they have like 30, 40 people only, you know.
yeah,
Hawaii in a good day when it comes to Latin dancing, you could fill that up for like 300, 400 people. And for the island in for the island in Oahu, that's a lot of people, you
yeah. I
know.
can imagine.
So hopefully we could do that because I have an extra room there. I have an extra ballroom in Alohilani Resort. So is there any other people that are interested in going to Hawaii with you, or do you have crew? Do you have friends and or team or
Uh,
something?
of course, I have a lot of people, okay, who want to come, but of course, they have to get a visa first,
Yeah, the
So
tourist
yeah,
visa. Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully they will be able to get the visa. The visa
How
for
do
us is
they
not
get
big.
the visa? Because for you, I write a letter of invitation, but for normal attendees that are not teachers, how do they get their visa though?
They have to go through the same process of the visa, okay, but they have like first mm, mm, more wait time to get an appointment
I
at
see.
the embassy, and still they have to present many documents and proof of like ties are in Egypt, so they guarantee they will go back.
Wow, wow.
It's a bit different. So, but I hope that there will be some coming with me. I hope so.
Well, I hope so because the Egyptian I know are great dancers and they love to social dance. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
surprised
oh,
when I was there. It's like, oh, you guys actually dance. I didn't know.
yeah, exactly. Most of the people who come to Egypt, they don't think that we can really dance.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
salsa
know.
or
I
bachata,
know.
because in Egypt, how? Uh,
Yeah, like I said, he was one of the best surf I had. The market, the the culture, it's pretty amazing. Especially that first hotel that you guys had. Uh, I heard that hotel. What was the hotel?
it was Triumph.
Yeah,
It was
that
Triumph Tower.
hotel. That's where all the politicians or even the military have meetings. General
Yeah,
military have meetings. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
So I won't forget that hotel, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But we got this one especially because its ballroom has like a huge wooden floor, and it was just perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Now the hotel you had last year or this year, that's a good hotel too. That's a pretty big hotel.
yes, we already moved to this hotel like about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Okay, and we've been doing the event in this hotel every year because it has like more of the things that we need for the program, like place for the like a big huge garden to do
Yeah.
the garden party and the foam party. It serves the program more,
Yeah.
and of
That's
course they
good.
give us like amazing rates.
Yeah. What's the website of the event?
It's Afro-Latin Egypt.com.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you if you want an adventure, like I said, I've traveled to like over 350 cities in the world. Cairo was one of my favorite, and it's not just in that location because when you go to the Afro-Latin Egypt, you go all over Egypt. At least you go to Orgada. You go to where else can you guys go? Like you go to Cairo, you go to the pyramid, you visit the pyramid, and then you go to
We go
Orgada.
to Cairo, and of course we have tours in Cairo to the pyramids, to the museum, and like Oriental bazaars. Then we go to Hurghada. We have like beach parties, boat parties every really. If you just ask people about what's happening, it's just crazy all the time. Then we go to Luxor, okay. Then we go to Nubia, okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this year I'm planning even to add like a fifth place, okay. It will be Siwe Oasis.
Oh wow,
It's like an oasis
wow.
in the desert.
The
So
Oasis would be really nice, man.
yeah, so now you can see nearly all Egypt.
Yeah. So now, Amar, you now have gotten the concept of of organizing a festival in Egypt. You've now gotten that concept that it's not just dancing, but it's all about tourism because Egypt is one of the best places where you could tour. Not to mention, like I'm a museum type of guy. Man, all of the historical things that you could see in that museum that would be really great, right?
Of course, yeah. Actually, I think more. It's not only tourism. I'm thinking more about the fun experience.
Yeah,
I'm trying to give people a unique experience. Okay, that it's really very rare because usually when they go to a festival,
yeah,
if they stay only in the ballroom,
yep.
it's not enough fun.
No,
Okay,
it's not fun because
yeah,
they wake up at, well, number one, they social dance until 6 a.m. and then they sleep for like 3 hours and then they go to workshop again and then they eat and then they perform or social dance again. I'm sorry,
yeah,
but for me that's not fun.
exactly, exactly, exactly. That's why I started to think differently. I started to think what would be the most thing that makes people happy and having super fun. And I
Yeah,
started to build the program accordingly.
yeah, we're in the same page on that one. That's why uh, I was talking to my wife. I was like, well, we're only going to organize 3 festivals next year, but since there are so many festivals every weekend in the world,
Yeah,
and for the most part, 90, 80 to 90% of them are all the same. In fact, probably the same artist and same format. I was like, let's do this differently. Number one, let's make sure that the location is great, where uh, attendees have their own freedom to move around, centralized.
exactly. Yeah,
You remember when the festival used to be in the airport, San Francisco? Yeah,
yeah,
that's good, but that was inconvenient because you have to rent a car, you have to go. No, that was very inconvenient. So I made sure that this time it's not in the airport; it's right on the city. You remember Hawaii, that hotel Marriott? Okay,
yeah,
well, I have the next hotel, which is in the same place. It's on the strip. It's on
yeah,
across the street is the beach. Now in San Francisco, now it's in downtown. You know
yeah.
where
I'm
the
following. I'm following
transportation.
this. I know. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
then of course Las Vegas, it's in the strip where you could visit all of the stuff. You could walk around.
yeah.
And
Perfect.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
we have the same concept because it's the fun experience. It's the experience because when you choose a location, like for you, Cairo, one of the most popular cities in the world, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Honolulu, you already think of what you're gonna do. But once you get there and you're at the airport, you're stuck.
exactly. It's like a trap.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the great thing with Afro-Latin Egypt is that that location is great. Not to mention they have transportation. They provide transportation for you to move around to all of the cities they'll be visit. Man, for $500, that's a pretty good deal. How much are the flight? Probably about 1,200 USD, maybe. Yeah,
um,
I
it
haven't checked.
varies.
Yeah,
It varies from a place to another. Okay, but from US, the average will be between like 600 up to 1,300.
what's the
This would
average
be
flight? What's the average flight for like? Well, usually there's a layover, right?
yeah, yeah. As long as you're flying, if you're flying from San Francisco, there must be a layover.
Yeah,
But there are direct flights from, I believe, from DC and New York. I think
yeah.
there are direct flights.
And what's the
But
time difference? Right now, the time for me is 10:09 a.m. What's your time now there?
here it's 7:57 p.m.
PM. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So at least that now they know that difference. And
yeah.
uh, when it comes to tourism, and do they need to have a visa or just a U.S. passport if they're from U.S.?
I would like to tell you that you're so lucky. Okay, you don't. U.S. Passport holders, they can get the visa at our airport.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. At least
Yeah,
you
for
can
like
get the visa
$20.
there. I think I remember they give me a visa at the airport, or yeah, I think it was at the airport that I purchased
Yeah,
visa. Yeah,
yeah,
I remember. Yeah, and that's a great thing because Egypt is an ally of the United States, and so therefore traveling
yeah,
doesn't have any problem at all. Or
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Just don't cross the street alone.
If you're not Egyptian, don't try.
Yeah, don't try.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I remember we're all crossing the street, but we all hold hands and cross the street like that.
yeah. You have to be, yeah, like having an Egyptian leader to cross the street.
Yeah,
We have some kind of like an integration
Yeah,
between us and the drivers.
yeah.
So, like just looking to the driver, he knows where you'll be going and when he can, slow down and do stuff. So it's an integration that happens here.
I remember when you guys pick us up at the airport with our fellow artists, the car was going 70 kilometers per hour, and someone crossed just like that. Someone crossed, really ran us like, what the? That's dangerous. Everybody is fast, and somebody
That's
just
normal.
crossed.
That's really normal.
Oh my God. Now, downtown Cairo was one of my best thing, and where did we go at that time? We went to
Camel
a
Khalili Bazaar.
yeah, where
Camel
the
Khalili.
synagogues is, right?
Yeah, we call this the old Coptic Cairo. Okay, it has like very old churches and
Yeah.
synagogues. Yeah, and even the cave and the place where Virgin Mary were hiding. So
Man, it's like,
yeah,
yeah, one of these days, if I have time, I'll go back there again. But brother, it's been years. I'm 55 years old now, man.
don't
It's
say.
like it's not like
Just
before
don't, don't
where
tell
we could.
anyone. You don't look like 55.
No,
So
come on, look at
that's
all of
good.
this green here. But we used to dance until 6 a.m. We used to go out. It's like I don't have that feel anymore. I don't have that energy. I would go to a social, but I would probably stay there for 3 hours and then leave because it's not like before where I could dance and I could drink. Now, even my body rejects alcohol. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. You don't drink alcohol, do you?
No, I don't.
All right. I figured some of our brothers there in the Middle East doesn't they don't drink. They're disciplined enough, when it comes to the health and cultural thing. But Turkish coffee is my favorite. There is, although it's from Turkey, right? But I don't know why it's popular there in Egypt.
Uh, it's only like
Yeah. Oh, it's only
name,
like the name. Okay, I
the
got it.
name only Turkish coffee because the way it's prepared,
Yeah.
or Turkish coffee. But
I
of course,
mean,
it's made in Egypt.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you think Phil's coffee here in the United States is strong, you have to drink Turkish coffee. It's a different energy and it's pretty strong, man.
So we got the solution. Whenever you're here, you just get like 2 cups of coffee and you go dance till next 10 a.m.
Oh, we were dancing all night.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
Katie, he was sleeping in the couch. I videotaped him, man. But other than that, who are your favorite artists now? Who are you gonna invite this next year?
Next year, I didn't start communications yet. Okay,
Not yet. Okay, okay.
yeah, because I just finished this festival and I'm having a break now, right now. It was like 1.5 months ago.
Yeah,
So I need like at least 2 months just to catch my breath,
yeah.
like and
Do you have
cool
a do you
down.
have a problem with the artist coming in as a tourist there in Egypt? Does the border have a problem with it or no? Just like
No,
because sometimes United States have a problem with that.
no, no, we don't have
No.
anything of this.
Yeah.
Actually, tourism here are going very well. We have like foreigners everywhere, okay, and things really, it's like nearly normal.
Yeah.
You can't feel the pandemic.
Oh,
You
interesting.
can only feel the pandemic when you see some people wearing the masks.
I see.
That's the
I
only thing.
see.
But
Yeah.
even our numbers of the cases, it's not that big. I guess it's less than 1,000. I guess.
That's pretty interesting. You see that about genes and everything. I'm gonna research that because that's a pretty interesting fact that you guys do. And is it just in Egypt or the whole Middle East?
Uh, I didn't go through the whole study. I guess it's some UK study, okay,
Yeah.
and it has some regions in Africa and some Asian regions in Asia as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Right now we're having an Omicron, they call it, problem, and one of the things is because this sensationalism by the media have put so much fear in the people in the United States that even Omicron, which is a weak type of virus, they're panicking and they're closing down, they're canceling events. And I'm surprised that they're doing that because when it comes to Omicron, it's just like flu. It's just like common colds, as some doctors are saying.
Yes, but when there's something that you don't know a lot about, there's some fear.
That's
So
true.
whenever you're afraid or have lockdown, just escape to Egypt.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I believe that. So when are you? I know you're going to Hawaii. Want to go? When are you coming back to San Francisco, man?
Most
Oh,
probably,
maybe Las Vegas. You haven't been to Las Vegas, no?
no, not yet, but on my list.
Las Vegas.
I
Then you
hope I
got,
will be there in the whole Oreo festival. I hope so because
yeah.
I really want to
If
be.
you ever go to Las Vegas, then you're 4 hours away to what's that desert? Uh, God, I forgot, man, because it's like it's valleys like this.
I
Uh,
didn't get this again.
which I it's a hold on. But anyway, let me find out for you. 4 hours away for Vegas, or it's in Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona. Spots. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, because it's 4 hours from Arizona, Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, yeah, of
Yeah,
course, yeah,
you're
yeah.
4 hours away from Grand Canyon. When Tony Lara came to Las Vegas for the first time, he rented a Harley
Okay.
and rode 4 hours to Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
So he never forgotten that trip that he went to Las Vegas at least 3 times. Now, I haven't organized Las Vegas for a long time, and then he called me. It's like let's let's do an event together in Las Vegas. It's like, are you serious? It's like, yeah. It's like, okay, that's why we're doing it next year.
Great.
What is it? Megabachatafestival.com. Uh, Hawaii, however, is gonna be salsa, bachata, kizomba. Whenever we have kizomba, we'll probably have zouk there, but it's a little different in the same room because uh, zouk people can't dance Simba, especially with Simba music. So
Actually, I have some friends from Hawaii that they dance soup, and some of
Allison,
them can.
Allison,
Yeah,
or yeah, Lou,
and
the Lou sisters, yeah.
uh, I have some friends. I don't know the dance school, okay, but they're my friends and they've been to my festival,
Okay.
so I already know them, and I guess they would be interested to attend as well. And some of them know some kizomba as well.
Oh, good. Then they would love to have you for sure. Yeah, there is a need. Zouk is there. There's already a community, but there's no community of Kizomba. So it's the best. It's the best way to start there because they have some idea. They danced it. It's just a matter of inspiration, you know,
Yeah,
and a little push there. But Amar, it's been great to see you and chat with you. It's been a long time. I hope that I'll see you in April. We'll work on the visa thing. Uh,
I hope so.
Cross our fingers, right?
Yeah,
Uh, again, the site is Afro-Latin Egypt.com. He never changed our URL. It's still the same.
yeah,
It's always been Afro-Latin Egypt.com.
yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen in the United States, if you have never been there, trust me, you gotta go. It would be one of your unforgettable experience. Not to mention meeting great people in the dance community. So, my friend, we will, yeah, we'll keep in touch and we'll see what we can do for
Sure,
Hawaii and maybe plan a 10-day type of Kizomba boot camp or something.
sure. That would
Because
be
I
great.
really want them to learn it, man, and then start doing socials.
That would be great.
Are you just planning to go to Oahu or you want to go to the other islands also?
Uh, I'm not sure yet. Okay, but if you have some plan, so consider me on those plans.
Oh, well, we'll plan it. We'll plan it.
Yeah.
All right, my brother, have a good holiday and be safe out there, okay?
Wish you the same too,
All right.
and hopefully we'll meet soon.
Yeah, we'll do it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.